So today is a mastermind day. So when we do masterminds, there's not it's not a class. I'm not going to go through, I can go through stuff. I have some ideas of things I want to talk about. I underline some of the stuff I want to talk about. Pivoting from talking about the house to the relationship with clients is a big one. Doing a SWOT on this year, I think, is always important. We can talk about how to do that. 2026, what's your focus going to be? Are you going to have strategy session? We'll talk about that a little bit. I want to go through, we talked last time about some open house scripts, inspection philosophies, which I thought was really good. And then I want to show you some AI stuff as well. So anything you guys want to talk about, though, is fair game. But AI, let's start with AI, because I know some of you came for that and you want to talk about AI. There's a lot of different kinds of AI, so I want to kind of just run through some things just to give you some more broader perspective on what is AI. Artificial intelligence is not just language models. Like a sewing machine is AI. Because you can use a sewing machine faster than you can stitch with your hand, right? Machines, any kind of machine that helps people be more efficient, that's AI, okay? Artificial intelligence. It's an intelligence that we've created to help us in some way, either be more effective or more efficient. Cars are AI. We don't walk around everywhere, we're driving, right? That's another way to think of AI, is that's a mechanical AI. There's all kinds of AIs. So I just want to kind of broaden your mind. One would be natural language processing models. So ChatGPT, which you're probably familiar with, right? That's the most common one you hear about. But that's a large language model. That's just one type of AI. There's chatbots within language models. We have chatbots. You go to a website, the little thing in the corner says, hey, how can I help you? Ask me a question. And that chatbot knows everything on the website. So you ask it a question and it searches and it knows the answers. That's a pretty simple way to use AI to be customer service friendly. Translators, Google Translate. AI is really good at translation, by the way, because they speak any language you want. That's really cool. They can generate content. Obviously, we can generate content with AI. We can generate things for social media. But those are language models. There's also vision AI. If you go into a building, your own phone, if you have a phone that has facial recognition, that's an AI that's a security-based AI, but it's based on vision. It also is the same kind of AI that has self-driving cars, because it uses cameras to see things. So how do self-driving cars drive? How does a Tesla sitting in the parking lot know if you're walking by it? It's watching you all the time. There's cameras all over the place. Medical imaging, so looking at different types of bones, muscles, when somebody has an injury. AI now is really affecting the medical industry, which is going to be really cool. It's going to help us do things. We're going to have leaps and bounds in the medical industry in the coming 5 years or less. It's going to be crazy. Predictive analysis. So banks have been using AI, by the way, for a long time. My dad, before he became a builder, retired from US Bank back in 1990. Clear back then, they were using analytics and computer software to look for fraud, look for unusual types of transaction. Well, that's AI. AI is looking for consistencies and inconsistencies. So y'all know that the IRS, if you were to deposit more than $10,000 in your account, that's kind of the number that gets flagged with banks. That all of a sudden, if you're depositing checks for $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, but you get a commission check all of a sudden for $23,000, they put a hold on it. You'll experience that before, right? That's because their systems are using AI and say, well, this is unusual activity, so we want to make sure we're looking at this. But we can use AI for anything. Stock market predictions, home seller predictions. So have you ever used SmartZip? SmartZip is a postcard campaign. You can mail a postcard. Let's say you've got a subdivision with 1,200 homes. Well, I don't want to market to 1,200 homes necessarily. That's expensive to send 1,200 postcards. So you hire a company like SmartZip, and it says, hey, look, these 287 houses are going to sell next, based on their AI analysis, how long they've been there, how much equity they have in the house, what type of a loan they have, the age of the people. It's going to look at a lot of things and say, okay, these 287 homes are the next to sell. So market to these 300 homes instead of 1,200 homes. Saves you a lot of money. We're using that in real estate all the time. I have several coaching clients that use SmartZip right now. Mm-hmm. Using it for years. It's been around for 5 years at least.
What's their success? Do they have great success?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
It takes time.
It's not perfect, but it's going to be a lot better than if you just mailed to 1,200 homes, Terry. It's pretty good at figuring out who's going to be next. Yeah. It doesn't always know, because life events just happen anytime. Sure. But they're sort of what are the trends? What are most likely? Ages, equity, time in the home, those kind of things. This is most likely to be the next ones to sell. Customer behavior analysis, you guys have all seen this before. That used to be Infusionsoft, was one of the first companies that came out with this. But anytime you search something, Now you go to Facebook, and what do you see ads for? What you just searched, because it's watching your behavior. That's customer behavior analysis. Anything you look up, anything you talk about, even, by the way, they're listening to you. You talk about stuff, and it's going to start giving you things that you think you want. Like I was talking to my wife about Kit Fox. Kit Fox is a bush plane, an airplane, anyway, made in Homedale, Idaho. And I was talking to her, I want to go to the bush plane factory. I want to go see Kit Fox's made and da-da-da. I was literally just talking to her about it. And I got in my truck the next day, and on my truck, I have a big screen in the center with like destinations. And usually it says home or work. And sometimes it says the last couple you've been to. Kit Fox was on there. I had never searched it, honestly. So it was listening to me, and it says Kit Fox, 28 miles. You want in what directions? And I'm like, okay. So customer behavior analysis.
Was that listening to you in your car?
No, it was my phone in the house listening to me. Your phone's listening to you all the time unless you go in there and turn it off. But it's listening to me on my phone. But when I went back out to my truck, because my phone is connected to my truck, it suggested I drive to Kit Fox. So, yeah, that's crazy.
So does your phone keep listening even though you turn it off? My brother insists that it does. He used to work.
I don't know. There are different theories on this.
Okay.
Yeah. You can turn it off, though. I mean, there's ways to go back. You can Google, go into settings, and I can't remember what they call it, but there's some like behind the scenes monitoring that your phone does. You can turn all that off, and that won't listen to you.
Yeah. He's just insisting with me. We were like in this huge debate the other day. I was like, I think even though it's off,
It's listening.
off. I mean,
Right.
It's off. And he's like, nope. Not
Right.
with this one.
Well, it's funny because people my age, I'm 55, we are concerned more about privacy. Like people are, what about privacy? It's like my kids don't, they kind of understand it. They get it. Privacy doesn't even exist anymore at all. I mean, I can look up anything I want about you anytime I want. So if you're worried about privacy, then you better not have a footprint online, because anything you've ever said, any website you've ever visited is searchable. I mean, I can find that stuff, right? So it's like there is no privacy really. Is it going to be harmful? Is it going to use it against you? Hopefully not. But if you're worried about that kind of stuff, you need to focus on something else, because that's those days are gone. Everybody knows everything about everybody now, so it's like, okay, if you really want to. This is a really fast developing AI, is automation and robotics. So manufacturing has used robotics forever. They use robots to weld cars and put things together. It's like, well, it's getting more and more autonomous, where we don't have to do anything. The robot's going to do it for us. And so it's like, I think I've told you guys this before, but Bill Gates talked about back in the 80s, he wants everybody to have a personal computer in their house. I remember when he talked about that. I remember when PCs came out. At school, we had an Apple II, an Apple IIe, a Macintosh. I went through the whole thing, every iteration of everything. I learned BASIC. I used to know how to program BASIC. I had a Commodore 64, first computer I ever bought. I programmed how to bounce this ball across the screen. It took me hours and days. And at the end of the thing is getting this ball bouncing across, like, oh, this is crazy. But personal computers now, how many people have them? Almost everybody. I guess Bill Gates is right. So the next prediction, though, is everybody's going to have a personal robot. Is it going to be a humanoid robot, or is it going to be like a dog, pet type robot? They already have all these, right? I mean, they already exist. It's a matter of how is the cost going to come down, and how are they going to be in everybody's home? But everybody at some point, is the prediction, probably in our lifetime, is going to have a personal robot. So it's a fast growing field. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. Then there's generative AI. So Nano Banana 2, VO3, video generations. You can generate images, generate video from nothing, just talking to it. Hey, I want to see a picture of this. Or hey, I want a scene that depicts this. I want a 20-second video of a couple walking up to a house, getting the keys to their front door, and a real estate agent standing to the side, smiling and looking confident. Like, I can do that on Canvas, and it'll create a video in 30 seconds, the whole scene. And I can say, well, change the house, or change the people, or you can iterate it however you want. So creating stuff is really cool. Songs, music, deep fake videos. Unfortunately, that's a lot of things nowadays. You see people talking about stuff. I see the coach of so-and-so calling out some other team. They never said that. That whole thing was AI. It's like, that's going to get worse. Political stuff is going to get worse. Trump said this, and they said that. It's like, well, I don't know. Is this real? And that's going to be the hard thing with a lot of this stuff moving forward, is trying to discern what's true and what's AI. Yeah, that's a problem. So, some future of this. Personalized shopping experiences, we already kind of have that. Custom newsletters and Whoosy. So we're building what's called Sphere, which is going to come out hopefully first or second quarter of this next year. But think about, I've talked about this before, but we're almost there, where if you've got 1,000 people in your database, right now what most realtors do is they send one email to 1,000 people. Maybe some market stats, what's going on in Boise, just a couple of listings and a little lifestyle thing on them, right? And then they send it to 1,000 people and they get 20 or 30% of the people to open it up. Because most people don't really care. They're not in the market to buy a house right now. So why do I need to look at my real estate post? But if you send, how about a custom newsletter? How about it wrote 1,000 different newsletters based on all those people's lives? You just went on vacation to Mexico. You just got a new puppy. You just got into gardening. You just went skiing. It's like, and AI will know all this because it'll figure it out. It'll crawl the internet and it'll write 1,000 different emails custom for every single person. So if I get an email, it'll be like, oh yeah, it's all stuff I care about. How cool is that, right? We're literally 6 months away from this. This is going to be in 6 months. We're going to have this in Hoosie.
Wow.
So it's like, instead of, we're not doing this anymore, where I'm just going to write one static newsletter and send it out to 10,000 people. That nobody cares. That's not going to happen. It's going to be more personalized touches. So this, one of the good things about AI is it can really help you personalize at scale, personalize what people are actually interested in. So AGI is coming. We don't know when that's going to come, but that's agentic. Have you ever heard that term? So AI right now doesn't think. Okay, it's very good at pattern recognition. I'll kind of show you in a second how it works. But thinking AI, this is the Terminator doomsday scenario stuff, you know, Skynet, when it became self-aware. AGI means it becomes self-aware. It starts to think. It starts to make decisions without you asking it. Because like right now, I can get on AI and have it book my trip. Like let's say I want to go to Greece with my wife, and I can have it book the flights, the hotels, give you a tour, tell me where to go. I mean, it can do all that stuff right now. But that's still, I'm kind of prompting it. AGI would be, oh, I think Rick and Don want to go to Greece. And it just will do it. Here's some options for you, Rick. Here's the flights. Here's some hotels. And by the way, here's some cool side scenes. I actually talked to another AI that knows more about Greece, and we talked about here's some cool places only the locals know, and it starts building an itinerary. It does all this without me asking it to. That's what's coming. We don't know when. This is really positive and negative. It's really scary when AI becomes self-aware, but it's going to. Is it in 5 years? Is it in 50 years? People originally thought we were like 50 years away. Now we think we're more like less than 5 years away from this happening. So who knows what that's going to look like. But some positives. There's going to be huge breakthroughs in medicine. I mean, already, by the way, AI is figuring things out doctors can't figure out. Already. There's tons of use cases where AI was better than doctors at diagnosing something and helping solve something. So this is going to get only more and more and more. But breakthroughs in science, medicine, problem solving, we're going to have a lot of leaps forward in what we're able to do in the next 5 to 10 years. I mean, it's just going to be crazy. We're going to eliminate repetitive jobs. You can see that as a positive or a negative. AI is going to be able to do a lot of repetitive jobs, especially like mechanical jobs it's already doing, but like research-based jobs. Think of like if you are a paralegal, your friend who's a paralegal, works for an attorney, and they've got a client who had an accident. They say, well, look up all the cases that are similar to this accident in the last year in Boise. And they might spend a week looking up other cases. How did it go? What was the defense putting together as their argument? What was the prosecution's argument? How did it turn out? They might do some research like AI can do that in 10 seconds. 5 seconds. It can look up every case ever, not just in the last year, ever. I mean, it's going to be so much better than humans at that kind of stuff. Like, why would we do that then? Why are we going to be researching stuff? We're not. That stuff's going away, okay? It's going to go away. So then you start thinking about, how is this going to affect education? What do we teach kids in school? Right? I mean, because right now we're teaching STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Like those are the kind of the primary things besides reading, right? It's like history and all that kind of stuff. Well, AI is going to do that way better than humans are ever going to do it. So we should be spending more time learning how to talk to people, how to connect with people, how to listen, how to be empathetic. You know, teach them the Myers-Briggs, MBTI, teach them the DISC profile, teach them things where people can learn how to land with other people. That's going to be actually more valuable than engineering, because AI is going to do all the engineering. And this is a huge shift for humanity that we're not ready for, I promise you. The next 10 years are going to be really interesting. But humans have no idea what's coming, most people. Because I mean, I've seen so much behind the scenes stuff in our Hoosie meetings, and just, I mean, I share 1/100th of what I see behind the scenes with what's coming. And it's just like, wow, yeah, the world's going to change pretty dramatically. And are we ready for that? So we better be good at emotion. So I talk about that a lot. My talk on the 7th at Fidelity Title, if you guys want to come to that, is going to all be about how to create emotion in a real estate transaction. how to create joy, how to create special, memorable things, because that's what people are going to want.
Yeah, AI can't do that.
No, AI can do everything else, but it can't create the emotional piece that we can yet. So let's live where we're good at right now.
Very
But it's going to allow us to focus on creativity and relationships. And it's not only going to allow us to focus on this, it's going to like require it. So we've kind of had it. We're coming at what's one of the things I'm going to talk about on the 7th. I won't spoil the whole class, but we're going to go from what's called the physical economy, which we were in, the thinking economy is where we are now, the feeling economy is where we're going. Like any time, like by 2030, we will be in the feeling economy. So thinking economy is done. So right now, when you start thinking about like IQ, intelligence quotients, how smart are people, how much education do they have, those kinds of things right now we value as a society. And we typically pay people more money that have more education, more advanced degrees, are smarter. That is going away. That is no longer going to be a value for humans anymore. Nobody's going to give a crap, because everybody's going to have all the same stuff available to them. What's actually going to matter is EQ, emotional intelligence. The feelers, I'm a feeler, the people that are really tuned into other people, the empaths, people who are empathetic, their time is coming to shine. The engineers, the thinkers, the high education stuff, their time is gone. The world is drastically going to change, guys, because think about people that are really smart right now, that are good at engineering, and we really respect, that they can draft something. AI is going to do all that 1,000,000 times better than what they could do anyway, and instantly. So those kinds of things, and it's going to be interesting how our kids deal with this, and how, the next 10, 20 years of the world, how this goes
I'm going to be great.
in our society. You mean great in the next 10 years, Brent?
About the emotion.
Yeah, about the emotion, Brent. I like it.
I can't wait.
Yeah. It's going to be a big change. Creativity, relationships. I mean, look at the companies that are already good at this. Like, I always bring up Red Bull because they're one of my favorite companies. Red Bull's really good at this already. They're ahead of the curve. People love Red Bull. I don't even drink Red Bull. I think I've had 2 Red Bulls in my life, literally. But I love the company because they market emotion. They market things I like: extreme sports, dirt biking, Formula One, Supercross. I mean, that's what I like. It's fun. It's exciting. Their whole marketing campaign is that. It's not a drink. You never see a drink on their ads. You see some guy jumping off a building and doing a base jump. It's like, that's cool to me. And they're really good at understanding people care about emotion and how you make them feel. The product is completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. It's about emotion. And we, as realtors, need to learn this. We need to be creating emotional experiences with our clients, because that's what they're going to refer. That's what they're going to want to repeat. If we just do the copy and paste from ChatGPT thing, they can do that too. So if that's what we do, then they're not going to need us. We're not going to have an industry. This is kind of a pivotal point. I think the next 1.5 to 2 years is going to be really interesting for the real estate industry in general. I don't think it's ever going to really go away, but because we've always suffered from my opinion, 31 years in this industry, is mediocrity. We're in real trouble if we keep this up, because people are just not going to use this anymore. They're going to use AI. They can already use AI to do the marketing, do a CMA, do a listing description, write an offer. They can already use AI for all that stuff. So the only people that are going to use us are people that actually care what we think and know that you care about them. First of all, they value your opinion, and they also value that you value them. So we're going to have to get good at this kind of stuff. Unprecedented technological advances, that's what's going to be happening. Enhanced human-to-human interactions. People are going to crave this. People are going to get sick of AI. AI is going to write everything. Not only all the ads that you're already starting to see, songs, movies, it's all going to be done by AI. So then we're going to be like, at some point, we're going to want a real human connection with somebody. And people are going to start really craving that. And that's our time to shine. Negatives. Unemployment. There's going to be a lot of unemployment. There's going to be a lot of jobs going away. And it's a lot right now. I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of jobs already going away, but they're not firing people. What they're doing is they're just not replacing people when they leave. When they retire, when they quit, when they whatever, they just don't replace them anymore because they just let AI do it. So it's like attrition. It's not, we're firing 10,000 people and laying off all these workers. They're just not replacing the people because AI can now do it. And give it another 5 years, that's going to be a lot of people that don't have typical jobs that they were used to. Now, we're still going to use like the physical jobs. My son is a mechanic and he loves working on airplanes and cars. I'm like, that's awesome, buddy, because that's very safe. I mean, you think of like, how do you future-proof your business? He's in an industry, if you're a tradesperson, a plumber, an electrician, a builder, a mechanic, these are needed and undervalued trades. They're going to just be nothing but going up in value. We need more of all of them. And that's going to be because AI is going to take away a lot of the thinking stuff. So the physical doing things is going to be really important. Some other negatives, security threats. I don't know if you guys saw this a couple weeks ago in China. There was a big AI security thing where it went into tons of companies and got all its information. It's happened in America too already. But that, AI can create its own malicious software to capture information from people to then use it to make money to, typically what it would do is to advertise products to you. But it could be more malicious than that. It could create like problems with your company unless you pay it, kind of thing. So who knows what that's going to go down that road. But there are security threats with it. Ethical dilemmas. Yeah, that's like right now I can go into Whoosy, which I'll show you in a minute, and we can get any book and just go through the whole book. Give me a study guide on the book. What's it about? Give me the top 3 takeaways. Give me 10 things I can use this book. It's like, well, I'm an author. Where are the intellectual property laws protecting authors? Because I can get any book I want. So I don't have to go buy it. I don't have to go to Barnes & Noble anymore. Barnes & Noble's days are numbered, by the way. I mean, places like that are like, how are they going to stay in business when everything is available at the touch of a button? Why am I going to go to Barnes & Noble and drive 15, 20 minutes to a bookstore and pay $20 for a book when I can just get it in 2 seconds from the comfort of my home? I'm not. So that's going to be a problem. Could drive people further away from other people. There are some people that are going to use this to be more creative and improve their relationship. There are going to be some people that isolate themselves and just talk to AI all the time. They don't want to talk to people. They don't like people. They're just going to become hermits. Right?
The introverts are in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. This could be a real problem. It already is. I mean, the biggest problem with our senior citizen population right now, according to studies, is loneliness. So this could be a cure for that. That could be, and there's always a good and bad. There's always 2 sides to every coin, right? This could be really helpful for senior citizens to have somebody to talk to, even if it's an AI. But that's happening. The fastest growing AIs right now, by the way, are people you talk to AIs. Whether it's your girlfriend or your boyfriend or just a companion. The companion AI situation is the fastest growing right now.
You mean it's like a fictional person?
It's a person. Yeah, it's a fictional person. But yeah, you're talking to it, Brent, every day. Here I was on my day when it treats you like, your wife would treat you. How was your day? And what went on? And it's like, it's very empathetic. It cares. And you just have a conversation with it. What's that, Tracy?
Husband?
Yeah, don't have a husband anymore. That's the problem, right? Maybe. So that could be a problem. Distinguishing reality from fake is going to be more and more difficult in the future. What's real, what's not real, that's going to be a problem. Obviously, potential weaponization. So there's, China and, America are always trying to compete. Who has the best AI? Who has the most AI information? You don't want somebody else to get ahead of you. So there's this huge race. Who knows where that's going to go? And some people are going to avoid this at all. This is going to create some big gaps because people are going to say, you know what? I don't want to deal with this stuff. I don't want to learn this AI. I don't like it. It's scary. I don't understand it. I don't want to learn anything. And those people are going to not have jobs in 5 years, like literally. And if you're already older, I guess it doesn't really matter, but there's going to be this separation of people that lean into it, embrace it, and people that don't. It's going to widen gaps, unfortunately.
It was like the Facebook. I remember going, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Or even email.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
I remember. Yeah. Now you've got it probably though, right, Terry? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like I send funny memes to my kids all the time. It's like, why is Dad always so pissed off? And then one of the memes is, I went from 8 tracks, had to replace all those and get cassettes. Then I had all these, I have boxes. You guys should come to my house. I have boxes of cassettes. And then I had to replace all those cassettes with CDs. Okay. Now I replaced all those CDs with my iPod. I replaced my iPod now with other. It's like, when is this ever going to end? It's like, so that's why your dad's all pissed off. It's like my kids laugh at that kind of stuff. Napster. Yeah, that was an interesting blip. Yeah, it's funny. I've got tons of those. Yeah. So what does GPT stand for? It stands for a generative pre-trained transformer. A lot of people don't even know that. Chat GPT. Well, what is GPT? Chat, you get that. That is GPT, a generative pre-trained transformer. Well, how is it trained? What's pre-trained mean? Who's training this thing? Yeah, from what?
Everything on the internet. Anything. That was, I think even nurses are training.
Of course. Yeah. Anything you ever type into it, any question, any prompt, as we call it, is training it to look for answers. But you're training it not only for the answers, but you're training it for what people ask. It knows what people tend to ask because there's, a billion users every single day. I mean, it's incredible, guys. I mean, the numbers will just stagger you. It's like 4.5 billion chats per hour. I mean, something like this. I mean, it's getting a lot of data. And so it's crazy. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I will not.
I'm not doing it. I take a stand. I won't do it. So it's learning from what we're entering,
Pounds.
and then it researches what people are asking and the answers to what they're asking. So that's how it learns. But it doesn't. It's really important to understand this. It's not agentic yet. So agentic means it doesn't think like we think. It's very good at picking out patterns.
Right.
It looks for patterns of speech. It doesn't understand. Like, I don't know if you guys know this. Like, not too long ago, you could have a cup. You go into ChatGPT and say, I have a coffee mug, and I put a marble in it. I tip the mug upside down. Where is the marble? Like, about a year ago, ChatGPT would say the marble's in the cup because that's what you just told it.
Right.
Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of these deep reasoning models. The deep reasoning models came out about 6 months ago, and they've gotten a lot better. Now, if you said that to ChatGPT, it will say, well, the marble's now on the floor probably because you tipped the cup upside down. It's like now it gets that stuff. I mean, it's getting so much more stuff than it used to. It's still not agentic, but it is a lot better. But it's predicting responses based on language. That's all it does. So, like, if you said the cow jumped over what do you think it's going to say? I think most people would say, the cow jumped over the moon. It's like, yeah, but do cows jump over the moon? It's like, no, cows can't jump that high. It's like, that's not true, but that's a common saying that AI would then grab from the internet and then just regurgitate to you. So you have to be careful. AI doesn't know truth at all. It doesn't. So that's why there's a lot of ethical dilemmas on should we use everything ChatGPT tells us, because some things ChatGPT tells you are not true, right? Literally not true. It's just, it thinks that because it's a pattern it sees all the time. So the cow jumped over the moon. Well, is that true? No, it's a pattern. And AI is very good at finding patterns. That is why with Whoosy and our company and everything, we look at, you have to be in the loop. Don't just take what it says and run with it. Take what it says and then check it. Ask it to source itself. Whoosy, we have an automatic button you just push and it tells you where it sources itself. I mean, challenge back method. I call it the challenge back method. Constantly say, is this always true? When is there times when this isn't true? Give me some examples where this might not work. Like, challenge it to go deeper than just the initial answer to your prompt. So let me get out of that one. So that makes a little sense, right? Okay, I want to show you that. So this is what Whoosy looks like. I wanted to show you this real quickly because, like, what do you use a canvas for? A canvas, this is what's really cool about Whoosy, because most people are used to ChatGPT, which is like our SparkPad. So our SparkPad has several different models built into it. We have a balanced model, which is a real estate-based model, a reasoning Whoosy model. We have Claude Opus, which is a great model. We have Gemini 3, ChatGPT 5.2, and Claude Sonnet. We have a bunch of models all here. You don't have to have all these different AIs. They're all in one place. But the cool thing about AIs is they're all very different. People don't know that if they haven't played with the different models, but there are some are designed for language, and like Claude Sonnet's my favorite when it comes to writing content. But Gemini is my favorite when it comes to going through researching something. Like if I give it a 4,000-page document, Gemini is very good at going through those very quickly and coming up with accurate answers. ChatGPT is kind of hit and miss on that. They have different strengths and weaknesses, basically. But they're all built into one place when we do it with Whoosy. But if I wanted to, into Whoosy, there's different things you could ask it. Whoosy itself, the default right here, is real estate trained. So it doesn't have to know real estate. You can go to whatever you want. But we've trained Whoosy in real estate. So you can just talk to it like, hey, Whoosy, I'm a real estate agent here in Meridian, Idaho. I've got some clients coming in from out of town that have never been here before. Can you give me like 10 talking points about Meridian, some interesting facts to share with them? Also, can you give me the top 10 neighborhoods in Meridian that we should be thinking about? I know they've got some high school age kids. So what are the high schools in the area? And give me 5 really good Mexican restaurants that I could take them to. I hit it twice. So let's see. So I might just do something like that. I might just start off, just give it a ton of information. It's like, okay, now it's going to like searching all this stuff for me. The cool thing about using AI is you can prep for something in 30 seconds or 1 minute.
Processing like a runner.
It's insane. It's even doing programming code now, right?
Oh yeah, it'll create all your programmers. Their days are numbered.
This is going to be life changing.
AI is going to do all that for you.
Because I mean, I spend so much time looking for communities.
So here's a salesperson statistic from the New York Times, and it quoted Girders, which is a business magazine. Anyway, 63% of salesperson's time is spent looking for things.
63.
63, according to this article.
Yeah.
So that's going to go away. How long did that take me to do this? How long would it have taken me to do this research
All day.
that it just did in 10 seconds? Right?
I'm always wanting a relocation guide. And it changes all the time, right? So it's hard to spend the money on that because things evolve and change. So, oh my goodness.
You could have this do research for you in seconds. Do all your just create a relocation guide for me with.
So smart.
Yeah.
I just found.
So here's the thing, guys. It's going to give you answers. It's going to give you the talking points. Here's the 10 neighborhoods. Here's the high schools. There's the Mexican. I could say, okay, Mi Casa restaurant. Oh, do you have their menu? Like you can just, however deep you want to go. Just give me the menu, please. Are they open on Saturday?
That right now and ask them for the menu.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay, so Mi Casa, Mexican restaurant. Can I get their menu, please? And are they open this Saturday? Yeah, you can just do all this. But the thing I was going to show you, too, when I was thinking about this, you can go up here. In Whoosy, you just click this, influences, and it'll show you everywhere it's getting all this stuff. It'll give you all its sources. It'll just source itself for you, which is nice because sometimes people want to know the sources. The other thing you can click is this little light bulb. Like, what else should I be talking about? We call this our Spark mode, which is, I know what I asked you. I know you gave me some answers. Now I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do next. I'm not sure what to ask next. What else should I be thinking about? I don't know what I don't. I don't know what I don't know. So give me some ideas. And AI is very good at saying, based on what you've been talking about, have you thought about this? And you're like, oh. And I tell you, some of the best stuff I've ever done in here, it came up with. I was like, that's a good idea. Because I'll start down one road and then it's like, oh, I hadn't thought of that. That's a good idea. I should do that. So I love Spark mode. All right. Mi Casa this Saturday from 11 to 9. See, this is where we call, you've heard of SEO, right? Search engine optimization. So if you have a website, people want to have SEO. You hire people to do SEO for you, which is you'll show up higher in Google searches. If somebody searches for real estate for sale in Boise or real estate agent in Meridian, who shows up? Well, that's SEO. Search engine optimization, because that's what people are searching for. Give me a good real estate agent in Meridian, Idaho. The problem with that now, SEO is what we call pay to play.
Oh yeah.
All the big people spend all the money, and so the top searches are bought. It's not organic.
100%.
It's not organic, okay? AI is not like that. Here's a really cool thing, guys. AI, we have what's called AEO, Answer Engine Optimization, or GEO, they're interchangeable, which is generative engine, not search engine optimization. And generative engine optimization, GEO and AEO, are not pay to play. They will be, believe me. In probably a year, all the big companies will come up for it. But right now, if you search in AI for, hey, who's a good agent in Meridian, Idaho, it's all organic. It's all about who people are talking about. It looks for reviews online. I mean, it looks for tons of stuff, but it is not pay to play, which is really cool for us because we can compete with companies that have billions of dollars in advertising, which we don't have. And so right now, Google is losing because people aren't going to Google anymore. Why do I go to Google and ask it a question like this? Are you open on Saturday? Because Google is just going to take me to their website.
Yeah.
Google is.
Where AI gives me the answer, right? This is called answer.
Wants you to pay.
Right. If I say, hey, who won the football game last night? And I go to Google, it'll give me ESPN.com, NFL.com. It'll give me websites. So then I click on ESPN.com. I click on NFL. I click on scores. I click on the date. It's like, there's 5 clicks. If I just go to AI, who won the game last night? It just tells me. That's what people want. So Google is in real trouble with their searches, which is why they came out with Gemini, by the way. The reason Google really made a big mistake, guys, because we've all heard of ChatGPT. Well, that's OpenAI. Well, they're a huge company, let me tell you, but they're not anywhere near Google. Google is the most powerful, biggest company in the world by far. I mean, trillions of dollars, right? Why did OpenAI win that mind share when it came to AI? Because they were first. Google was about 6 months later than OpenAI. Even though they had all the technology, they didn't want to release it. Why do you think that is? Why didn't Google jump into AI?
They had a monopoly on, they thought they had a monopoly.
Well, how does Google make their money?
Oh,
Copy them.
yeah.
Google makes their money through ads, through searches.
Yeah.
Google search is how Google makes their money. They don't like AI. AI is going to kill them.
Right.
And they know this. So they were late. Instead of making a decision and we just need to embrace this and figure it out, they were late. OpenAI jumped in with ChatGPT, blew up way faster than anybody thought. They got to 100 million users in a week. I mean, it was unbelievable. Google's like, crap, this is going to kill us, but we want to be the ones killing us, not somebody else killing us. So then they introduced Claude, they introduced Gemini, they introduced a couple other things, which are great. But that got OpenAI a huge head start. A huge head start, because Google realizes searches are done. In a year from now, people are not going to be Google searching anything. Why would you do that? You're just going to ask AI and it'll just tell you the answer. I don't want 10 websites. I want the answer to what I'm asking. Like, hey, what's the weather right now in Albuquerque, New Mexico? Google's going to go to weather.com or go to, whatever. It's going to give you all these websites. AI is just going to tell you, hey, it's 57 degrees and sunny. Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
And so AI is going to kill Google search, which it's already happening, but that's why Google is slow to the party here. But there's so many uses that you can do. This is what we call SparkPad. This is one way to think about AI. The better way to think about it is what we call Canvas, because I don't think like that. I think like this. I think more like a mind map. So a mind map is something like this. Let me just make this a little smaller so you can see it. Like I can have a bunch of chats going on at one time. I can have, a chat talking to different books, talking to different videos, talking to different websites, and I can have a bunch of things going on. That's how my brain works. I've got lots of stuff going on in my brain. I don't have like a prompt response Excel spreadsheet going in my brain. I have like lots of stuff going on. So Canvas is really cool because I can create a canvas really easily. And in seconds, like I can do whatever I want. Like here's a board. So this is a blank board. Here's a chat box with nothing. Here's a chat box. What do you want to chat with? And by the way, in this chat box, I can use any one of these things. What do I want to use? A thinking, Gemini 3, Chat GPT 5, Claude Sonnet. I mean, what do you want to use? Let's say GPT 5. Now, what do you want to talk about? Do I want to create something? Do I want to create an image? Do I want to create a video? I can just do that right here and just tell it what I want it to do and it'll create a video right there. I can put an image of a house. Let's say I've got an image of a house that I want to use for my MLS cover photo, but there's cars in the driveway. I can just put the image here and tell, hey, Huzi, take out the cars, please. It'll just remove the cars. It'll Photoshop the image for me in 30 seconds, and the cars will be gone.
Seriously,
Yeah,
I need this.
yeah. I mean, you can change. Oh, what would the kitchen look like with this wall's green? What would it look like if it was beige? What would it look like if it was gray? What would it look like if the counter? Like, and it'll just show you another image. Like, so I can show you boards. But I just wanted to create one board in front of you real quick so you could see how it worked.
Now, is this your program?
This is Huzi. So this is my Huzi account.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do.
Who's you just buy into it, right?
Yep.
It's just
Yep. Let me show you one. I did one where there was.
Susie.
Well, right now it's $300 for the first year, and then it's $99 a month. Normally it's $99 a month, period, or $984 if you want to do it a year at a time. But we're still actually doing a thing right now where it's $300 for your first year, so a discount.
Through
Go to Huzi.ai.
That's worth it.
Huzi.ai, $300 for the whole year.
a neat class on Susie.
Yeah, well, we do them all the time.
Different brain.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, here's one. Here we do them all the time. Here's a board I did on reimagining spaces. Okay. So here's one like just changing the color of the house.
So you can go back and see the work you did.
Yeah, you can save your boards. Of course. Save all your, so I just put this picture in here. I said, make the cabinets white, please. And it made the cabinets white. You can take a house and change the colors, change whatever you want to change. What would it look like? And help your sellers. Well, we need to paint our house, Rick. Should we paint it this color or that color? I don't know. What would it look like yellow? What would it look like beige? What would it look like gray? And let's just look at it and say, oh, I like it. So that, you can help you. So you can share these boards right here. I can share this with a client. Just click share. I can send it to people and they can play with it too. If they're a member of Huzi, they can add to the board. They can have complete interaction with it. If they're not a member of Huzi, they can just see what you've put on here and read everything, but they don't have they can't add more elements to it if they're not a member of Huzi. But if they are,
Well, that's
they can do it.
comes in. They'll have you do it for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Great.
So we've got some examples here of boards that we give people. When you first start off, we give you these example boards just to kind of like learn how to use Huzi. which we've got, so lead genning with education and lead genning through building relationships. So we've got a chat connected to a couple of different books, a video, and it's going to teach you then how to lead generate. So like all of us have done with me at some point or another, the quadrants. Are you a networker, marketer, prospector, converter, right? If you tell it you're a networker, you can just hook up. If you're a networker, hook up different books to it. Like, I'll show you how to do this real quick. Let's just do like a new board. If we have a new board, what do I want to hook up to it? Well, I want a book, like what book? Well, there's some books I picked recently. How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's probably a good one if I'm a networker. What's another book you guys like for relationships, empathy, networking?
Greatest salesman.
Ogmandino, the greatest salesman in the world. How about that one right there? We have 40 billion books, by the way. So anything that's ever on Google, we have it. It's so funny. I was doing a call with a guy in California who published his own book, like I've published my own books. And he, oh, you're not going to have it, Rick. It's something. And I looked it up and we had it. And he's like blown away. I was like, there it was. Yeah, we have actually pretty much anything. So I like Ogmandino, the greatest salesman in the world. I love Zig Ziglar. Like,
So is there some kind of,
Sell Your Way to the Top. Zig Ziglar is one of my favorite ones.
how are people going to keep, like authors and stuff, how are they going to keep, like you said, some people just getting their information, not paying for anything?
I don't know.
Is there going to be like some sort of copyright system put in place, I wonder? That's crazy.
I'm getting them right now. I'm not paying for them. I own all these books, by the way, already. I own all these books anyway. I don't own 40 billion books, but I own like a couple thousand books. I mean, I've got quite a library at home, so I've bought all these books, but there's lots of books that I haven't bought that I have access to. So yeah, you can add books, you can add a website, you can add, what do you want to add? A video, a website. How about, like if you went to a website that was really good on empathy or on marketing or on anything. Brian Buffini's coaching website, Brian Eisenhower, Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry, like any website you want to add, just add the website and now it knows everything in the whole website. And then I can go, like I did this with Brian Eisenhower because I met with Brian when I was in California doing a talk at a place. I said, Brian, so he's like the 4th top real estate coach as far as numbers of clients and business going. So I said, so I pulled up Whoosy, I pulled up his website. We're sitting literally at the dinner table. I have the board. I'll show it to you. I pull up his website and I said, here's some things that your website does. Because I asked it, can you give me the top 3 takeaways of this website? How is he selling people? What are his closes? What's his sales process? And it did. And I said, how could he do it better? What else could he do that he's missing? So I did this with him, sitting there at the table. And he loved it. He was like, he was all about it. So where is it? I'll show you. Oh, the Eisenhower Coaching website audit. So I literally did this in front of him. So here's his website. And I brought up the Challenger Sale book that I really like. And I started talking about it with him sitting at the table. We did this. I said, okay, what are his main calls to action to getting people to sign up for his coaching platform? So it searches his website based on the realestatetrainer.com website. Here's his actions. I said, what else does this feature? His website to make things affordable and effective. Then I said, what could the site do better? What's it missing? And he was like, huh? He's leaning in. It was really funny. And it started talking about stuff like clarifying the offer and pricing, because that was one thing he agreed on. Add a quick, what happens after you sign up timeline? What do you get if you sign up for this? Create an ROI growth calculator so prospects can self-estimate the value of coaching with him. Help strengthen his proof. So he has some testimonials, but he didn't really have images of the people. It wasn't the story. It was just a quick little quote like most people do. People want the story. They want the whole story behind the scenes. So is this coming up with all this stuff like right on the spot? So we went through just a ton of stuff together with his website. But continue to dissect ideas on how to improve this based on that book that I added, the Challenger Sale, which I just love that book. So then it started giving us some really cool ideas on things he could do, different sayings he could use, different scripts, how he could create a landing page. That was really fun. And that was just like off the cuff, impromptu with Brian sitting there doing that. But you can create a board very quickly just by bringing up something and then adding elements to it, adding a video to it. You can, if you wanted to create a video, you just pull up this little box. I want to show you the ones I did yesterday because it was kind of funny. Where is it? I did a mini Starbucks diorama project. I told it what I wanted it to do. And I said, just create a little fun little video for me. It's spelled wrong, so I got to go back. Sometimes See, things aren't correct all the time in AI. So AI will miss stuff. I just did this thing in like 5 seconds though. I just wanted to tell it what to do, and so it did this. I did one with a neighborhood, or what else did I do? The dog park project.
Oh my God, I just got an idea.
That is so cute.
It's so cute.
I love it.
Yes.
This I created from scratch, just by talking to it and telling it what I wanted. And it creates a little video like that. Like you can do stuff like this so quickly and so easily.
Do like people opening up their door, just a cutesy little.
Yeah.
Talk about something.
Yep. You could do the miniature McDonald's one I did. Let's see, where did it go? So this is the initial image. So I just talked to it like, okay, I wanted it to do this image. I used this prompt. It created the prompt for me. I said, can you create a prompt to create what I'm envisioning? It created the prompt. I copied the prompt from another chat box. So you can have lots of chat boxes. One cool thing about Whoosy is you could have as many chat boxes as you want on one canvas. The problem with ChatGPT is it's one at a time.
Right.
And it's limited to about 250,000 tokens. Our chat boxes have about 1 million tokens, and you can put as many as you want on there. So I could have 10 chats going on at once, like, oh, bring in this book. Oh, let's talk about that website. Oh, I like these 3 people who are experts in real estate investments on holding property and for appreciation over time. Give me all their books and all their videos. Search them for me. Search them. Now add all this to the conversation. Now build out a plan for me in Meridian, Idaho. How would I get started? And it'll ask me questions like, well, how much capital do you have? Are you interested in appreciation or cash flow over month or what? It'll go through all this stuff and then build out a plan for me based on whatever I give it. So the cool thing about the canvas is,
It's a coffee today.
I know.
yeah, you can give it whatever you want.
That was enough.
I don't know, a lot. Amazing.
Yeah.
But there's just so many things you can do. I mean, health and I do health boards all the time. I do workout boards, health and longevity, personal development. I add videos and different things to it.
And here I brought in donuts. I'm in trouble.
And
I don't like broccoli.
all these little chat boxes, you can just keep adding more and more chat boxes to it and add different elements. So one of our members, she had a great quote. She says, Rick, I love Canvas because it's like talking to a room full of experts, and I get to choose the experts. And I get to choose a conversation. Because this will actually, you can search the internet with these chat boxes, or you can just say, no, I just want from these things. Like with ChatGPT, you can't do that. It'll search the internet, but it's like, no, I want this book and this video and this website. Now, those are my sources. From that, let's talk and let's build a plan based on what their advice is, right?
So how would you apply this to your business? Like,
Can you just upload this? I'm sorry.
yeah, no, I think it's just mind-boggling. So if you're going to use this for your marketing,
Uh-huh.
to be the authority and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a call to action.
Mm-hmm.
How would you do this in such a way that you were building? So, like, if anybody's watching something, you're talking about something that would be interesting to the general public, like stats, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious how you would use it.
How I would use it, I would go in and build a board. I don't need to do a video. I would just build a board, but I would start talking to it. You can add elements to it. Like, first of all, if I was trying to build a plan, I have one of these boards already, like a networker in real estate or a marketer in real estate. So I pulled in the 4 agent archetypes article. That's where I got, by the way, this article is a copy of it, but the basic premise of this article, I just saved under my files up here and I just added it to my canvas. This is what I've taught all you guys with a networker, marketer, prospector, converter. There's a very detailed talk about it that I went to back in the 90s, but there was an article written by Century 21 in early 2000. That's what this article is, kind of summarizing that. So I brought that article in. I brought in Ninja Selling, which is a book that I really like. And I brought in How to Win Friends and People by Dale Carnegie. So then I just started asking it questions.
This is great.
So I said, okay. So as a networker in real estate, natural talent for connecting with people. So this is something I did on another chat, by the way. So it asked me as a networker, this is what it asked. And then I answered it. Here's what I said. I identify my top 15 raving. It asked me what I do. What would I do? I want to ask people for lunch. I'll identify my top 15 raving fans. I want to have them fill out a client for life form. I'm not a member of any community groups this time, but I'm interested in it. I currently, what is it? It's because it asked me, what do I currently do? I call, text, email, or video text, typically quarterly. That's about as much as people get. So I was just trying to think of what would an agent how would an agent answer these questions that it asked me? So I answered them, and then it goes through and says, okay, it's going to start building things out. So I would have it just start building out my events, having build out my classes, scripts for coffees, next steps. Say, I can help you with some script ideas. I said, yeah, please help me with some script ideas. So inner circle approach, different pivots. I can meet with them specifically. I'm making a shift in my business instead of chasing net lead sales. I focus my energy on people I actually like and people I know. So it's going to give me scripts to talk to all these different kinds of people. And I could say, okay, build out and put it in my calendar even, Monday through Friday. What did I say? Help me with a schedule. Help me schedule a week with appropriate activities to generate new business through relationship. So it's going to take all this stuff we've been talking about and then start planning this stuff out. And it'll literally give you like a sample week. And then I could just take this even further and say, okay, 15 minutes. I'm going to call raving fans, my top 15, who are my strong advocates, past clients. Okay, so what am I going to say? Like, help me. What would I say to them? And if I had them all on my CRM, give me the 15 people's names and phone numbers right now and what to say. Like, down to every single thing, it could help you do that. So you can build out your whole week.
Fascinating.
3 handwritten notes. People say, oh, what would I say in my handwritten note? What would I talk about? Like, help me with that. And if it knows who I'm writing to and it has notes on them, see, that's the thing where you have to start building this stuff up, is have more and more notes and more information on people so it can help you better and better. If it knows that so-and-so likes skiing or so-and-so likes golfing, it's going to help me write something appropriate. If it doesn't know that stuff, it's going to be general. So the more context, the better, right? But the appointments so Mondays was Pipeline Monday, Appointment Tuesday, Pop By and Proof Wednesdays, Community Connector Thursdays. So it's going to give me ideas. So I could have it build each one of these out. High visibility Saturdays and Sunday rest. Quick questions. So always answer the questions it asks. And here's what I always like to ask. I always ask this question. What else do you need to know from me to help me create my custom plan? Always ask it that. What do you need to know from me? Because then it'll ask you questions. And if you answer them, you'll get lots better responses than just
Because it's
generic.
starting to know
Yeah.
how you operate.
Yes. Yep. Because I mean, I've told you guys this before, but I had a class where a guy said, I said, what do you use it for? He goes, well, diet and exercise plans. I said, well, give me an example. He goes, well, I'm 6'2", 250 pounds. I want to lose 20 pounds next 90 days. Give me a diet and exercise plan. Well, it'll do that, but it doesn't know anything about you other than you're 6'2", 250 and you want to lose 20 pounds. It doesn't know, do you run? Do you swim? Do you bike? Do you have access to weights? Do you like calisthenics? What's your diet? Are you vegan? Are you vegetarian? Are you paleo? It doesn't know anything. All it knows is he's 6'2", 250, wants to lose 20 pounds next 90 days. It's like, okay, how about this? I'm 6'2", 250 pounds. I want to lose 20 pounds next 90 days. What do you need to know from me to create a custom meal and exercise plan? Then it goes, oh, now ask tons of questions, which I literally did a board on this with my dad, because my dad's 82 and has all kinds of health stuff that he's actually pretty healthy, but we were just blown away by how it could help him with his meal plan. Because then it asks all kinds of questions. Answer those questions. And then it knows, oh, okay, like my dad, he likes to walk. He does have access to some dumbbells and a few little things, but that's about it. He doesn't like to swim. He doesn't like to bike. You know, he has this many. What he's doing now is like walking 3 to 4 miles a day. Here's his kidney disease numbers. Here's his blood work numbers. Help him understand what he should and shouldn't eat food-wise. And it went down. It literally created a meal plan, a day-to-day meal plan, meal to meal, every single day, based on a long conversation I had with my dad. That's one of the boards I have on here. So that don't mistake in that. Ask it. So if you're going to do a board on how to build your business, Terry, what do you need to know from me? Like, okay, I sold 15 houses. We have 5 minutes left. I sold 15 houses in 2025. I want to sell 25 houses in 2026. I am a networker. I live and work in Meridian and Boise, Idaho, in the Treasure Valley. What do you need to know from me to help build a lead generation plan week by week for the entire year of 2026? Like something like that, right? And then it'll start asking questions. You answer them. It'll start giving you your plan, and you'll say, okay, iterate it more and more. I want more of these types of things, less of these types of things. What else should I be thinking about? Give me 10 more examples, please. Like, give me 30 more examples. Like, push it. Make it come up with until you find, oh, I like that. Okay, I like these 5 things. I don't like these 20 things. Come up with something else for me. Like, keep going with it to get down to where it's really specific for you. Then put this in my calendar, please. And put it right in your Google Calendar. Be careful about that, because I don't want you to put too many things in your calendar that you don't do, because a lot of people have tons of stuff on their calendar that they never actually do any of it. So I'm like, very careful. Just put stuff in your calendar, what I call no exception priorities, the things you're going to do. Everything else, that's why I have a journal. That's why I write all the time, because I'm thinking, I might do this, but if it's not in stone, it doesn't go on my calendar. I'm very specific about what's in my calendar, it gets done. But if I don't put stuff in my calendar, it doesn't get done. And you can overload yourself very quickly. So then again, less is more. Tell it, hey, I want to do less stuff. I just want to do them better. Help me with ideas for 2026.
Dig it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff.
So does this give you a little different perspective on some AI stuff? I mean, I haven't even shown you the pre-listing tool. I mean, we have so many things in here, but there's just like so much other stuff going on. This is my favorite one, though. I use Canvas all the time. I use SparkPad a lot, too. SparkPad is kind of more my thinking, researching. If I'm looking for something specific, all your stuff is on here. Oh, I was going to tell you about writing a song. So if you want to learn how to write a song, so I have lots of music that I listen to, that's songs that I wrote on AI. So this might be a prompt I would use. Help me write a 2 to 3 minute outlaw country style song about personal development, becoming better, relentlessly pursuing love and life, living our best life, doing hard things, embracing the grind. Real value comes from real work and suffering. Use the ideas from Jim Rohn. Incorporate what you know about me. So it says, okay, so it knows me pretty well. So it writes a song, right? So what I would do, here's what I would do. I would copy this. First of all, I would change and make sure it's really the way, and it says everything I want it to say. Okay, so I'm going to copy this lyrics. But what I would do is play with it a little bit. I might, talk more about my wife and I's, meeting each other in Lake Billy Chinook or what. I might just weave in some more personal stuff and get the song really the way I like it. Okay, but for sake of time, I would copy this. I go to Suno. This is another AI that I love. Suno, SUNO. And I'm in create mode. So I'm just going to paste these lyrics. So I just pasted the lyrics. And what style? I'm just going to write. You can write whatever you want. Outlaw country. How about that? And then create. Okay, it's going to write these songs. It's going to take about 30 seconds. It's going to give me 2 examples. It's going to give me 2 examples from the lyrics I just gave you. 2 different styles of country songs. It might be a male singer, female singer. It might be one's a little rockier and one's a little bit more country. It's like whatever. But I've got almost 100 songs now that I've written on here. A bunch of love songs for my wife, a bunch of motivational songs for me. And it's really cool because they sound amazing. And you'll see how long this takes. I can already play it. It doesn't take 1 minute. And I just did that one real quick. I wouldn't do that normally. I would get the lyrics really tuned into what I want. And then you can tell it, like, you can give it keys, you can give it chord progression, you can give whatever you want. Or you can just be real simple and it'll do it all for you, however you want to do it. So here's the song we just wrote.
Up before the sun, on the front range line, coffee and conviction, little fire in my eyes. Phone starts ringing, but I ring it first, earning every inch, putting work in the dirt. I used to beg for someday to show. Now I stack up days like cordwood in the cold. Because wishing is cheap, talk is loud, but a man gets built when he bows to the plow. I won't look like I have life like steel. Calluses on my heart, but I still want to feel. I'm chasing my best with a chip to the grin. Do the hard thing daily, let the good life in. They say pay the price, well I pay it proud. Real value come from real work, no way around. I'm not looking for easy, I'm looking for truth. If it's heavy, I'll carry it. That's what I do.
So you could, we just did that song in what?
So,
That's amazing.
1 minute. I wrote a song. But you could iterate it, get it to say exactly what you want it to say, and then go into Suno and have it whatever style. I have pop songs, I've got metal, I've got all kinds of songs on here. I created a whole playlist for my wife where they're just like singer-songwriter ballads. So just a guitar and the voice, and here's the words I had it, Hoosie helped me write the song, and it's really cool. And it takes like 1 minute to write something cool like that.
so can you do the song and the words and say, like, I did one for open house, but I couldn't
Yeah.
put the pictures of the house, only one picture, but I want it to kind of flip through the house as it.
Exactly. You could take a song, and then you can go to Canvas, and you could put the images in, And then you could create a social media post. So Karen Pesca is a local agent. She's a member of Whoosy. She's been a member for 2 years. She's a ERA Westwind. I've known Karen for a long time. I used to coach her for years. But she did most of her videos now on social media. The walkthrough videos have a song about the house.
That's what I tried to do this.
And this is what she does. She does it through.
Yeah.
I showed her this. So she did it through Suno. This is what she does. Song about the house. It's just really. So it's funny, it's witty, but it's interesting, which is what we want. Remember, connecting with people. It's interesting, and she walks through the house and with photos. You can do a video too, but hers are typically photos. The front entrance and walking in. But the song is now overlaid on this, and it's really fun because it talks about the square footage and it tells a little bit of the story of the house and.
My line was, the cookies ain't homemade.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
And then I couldn't pull it off.
So is this a cool idea? Do something like this? You could make a playlist for your workouts,
I
Brent.
feel like this would need so much training, or is it just
No,
It's so simple.
It is really
The cool thing about Whoosy, it's so easy, is if you go into Whoosy,
Then I could have put it all together.
yeah.
Yeah.
so let's just start a new board.
It's on Suno or Suno, whatever you call it. But I couldn't insert all of the
Hey
there, how can I help you today?
I'm not sure how to add a video or a website to the canvas. Can you help me with that? So, you can just
talk to my computer.
you just push see this little button right here?
so much to learn.
You just talk to it. It'll literally tell you. I go into SparkPad all the time. I'll say something like this in SparkPad.
You're fired.
Hey, Whoosy, I'm a real estate agent in Meridian, Idaho, and I'm out of ideas on how to get clients. Can you give me some good ideas and maybe ask me some questions I should be thinking about? How to build my business? Just ask it. And, you can go to the canvas, I don't know how to put an image on here. I don't know how to put a file on here. I don't, and it'll literally show you an example, and it'll just walk you through, how to do it. But I always just ask it questions. Hey, I'm supposed to be posting in social media. I don't know what to talk about. Give me some ideas. Whoosy will just tell you what to do, what ideas to take. And I'll show you in the dashboard a second after it thinks about this. But on the dashboard, it already comes up with real estate news. It automatically searches for that you can then turn into a social media post. You could turn into an email. You could turn into whatever.
So this is all tailored to real estate, right?
In Whoosy mode, it is, but you can do anything you want. You can do health. You can do anything.
Yeah.
It does anything. It's AI. So before we map out a strategy, you need to understand your current position. We can answer these questions. You're looking for immediate business now through sweat equity. Do you have a marketing budget? What does your current database look like? Are you aim to be a listing specialist? So these are good questions. I would go through and answer all these questions, but it's giving me some ideas. Action, reach out to 2 or 3 vendors who have booths. Offer to create 5 upgrades for Meridian Resale, co-branded guides. So this is stuff that Jeff and I are already doing, which is working with local small businesses. I like that. New construction concierge, hyperlocal content at the village. Do a community spotlight video featuring 3 local business owners in the village. Ask them about their favorite part of doing business in Meridian. Tag them in the city. So this is stuff that Jeff and I are doing as well already. We're doing, if you notice our social media stuff, we're doing some more stuff like this. But answer its questions and ask it. You can, if you don't know what to do, just ask Whoosy what to do. Yeah. But Suno, S-U-N-O. So the two, if you want the websites, Whoosy.ai.
Yeah.
You have a 7-day free trial, and it's $300 right now still for the first year.
I'm going to do it.
Whoosy.ai. And then Suno.com, and I can't remember how much it is. I think it's $99 for the
It's on
year.
the free version. So
There's a free
I was
version.
having a hard time.
It doesn't do as much cool stuff.
No.
Yeah, the paid version has way more cool things. So I have the paid version.
Everyone do, I'm sorry.
Suno, S-U-N-O.
And what's that do?
The music
Oh, the Suno is music.
is songs. Suno is songs, and Whoosy's the AI that can help you write and all those kind of fun things. So.
And then what was the site you said that if you want to target somebody, a certain demographic for
Oh, that was Smart Zip.
Smart Zip?
Smart Zip.
Okay.
That's a postcard. That's a farming postcard campaign.
Farming postcard campaign.
Yeah. But I appreciate you guys' time today. Next time we do it'll be in January. January 7th, I'm teaching more expanded class on the AI stuff at Fidelity, titled by Topgolf.
CE.
It's not CE. I'm working on that. I don't know.
Will you, that one?
10 o'clock.
Will you video that one?
It's Wednesday the 7th of January if you guys want to come. Yeah, I think we can video
I'm
that.
gonna be out of